Greetings to everyone. It's been some time. We seen each other last time. There's been some changes in the life. And one of the changes is that there is no more following anybody than just yourself. Eckhart Tolle was in mine and yours life for some time. We met in program together and spent some time together. And I truly have to say, in my life it was never only about one person following one person. It was always being and being together with what is. And when Eckhart came into my life not so long ago, it came by itself. I didn't look for it myself. It appeared on my screen and I just read what the posting about becoming teacher of presence said. I let it go because it was too expensive. And a week later it appeared on my screen again. So I opened it and I read it somewhere else because it was very long reading. And there was a place where you could apply for a scholarship that I saw. And so I did. And that's how I got in. It was approved and we had the chance to spend together. The puzzles were clicking into itself and deep appreciation of being really there. But now the time, not only a couple of months ago, came to its end when the program ended, but also there is no such as following Eckhart Tolle. There is no such as following anybody. I was never a real follower of somebody. Never could do that, really. That would mean ignore who you are, your nature, and stick onto someone else. Not possible. When the program started, the first month, I was discovering Eckhart's library and listening to his recordings. It was beautiful. The body was experiencing something huge. Doesn't need to be specified. And the second month I started communicating on the community platform and writing postings. They weren't writing by me, but it by itself. And it was beautiful. There was another awakening there during the program too. And 2 months being in the program, I started doing Zoom meetings. It was an impulse and it was known, and it is what it is, and it needs to be it needs to be what's the word? It needs to be done, or something like that. It needs to start. And there were some challenges in the beginning, but it all happened, and I started doing Zooms and until the program ended so we were Zooming for over 3 months, every day, a few times a day sometimes. It was a beautiful experience. I've never studied or learned how to do Zoom meetings with people. No. It was never searched for it as well. It came by itself, very naturally. And that's how I run. That's how it is in my life. Always going with the flow. And very soon I started recording on YouTube videos as well. And I do it up still until now. But as the Zoom meetings started its own way, and it led itself its own way, I can see now how this change that's in my life, that there is no one to follow anymore. How it changed also the Zoom meetings, because here and now I do them again and again. And we just finished yesterday a 7-day run of Zoom meetings with people. And there it was already changing during those 7 days. It was not possible to do it the same way as before. And the beauty in it is how so natural it is. Not that it wasn't before, no. But this time, how it is changing itself, it's what's always been here. And you don't need to practice anything. No more practicing. but just being as you are. No more practicing putting your attention onto something. No more practicing of using your senses or trying to be aware of certain things or the witness. None of that. None of that is needed, because all of that is someone who is doing something. No more of it. There is no need anymore for someone to do something. There is just this being that's never left, that's always here, and just be. It doesn't require any practice. Otherwise, it's not being anymore. Being is just the way it is. And I can see as well how trying still be in the spot as doing meditation, trying to be aware or even noticing something. It's already someone is doing something. And it was beautiful to see during these last Zoom meetings how it was said to people, you truly do not need to do anything. Let go of all and just be. No more practicing. No more doing meditations. Just be. And whatever will try to take you away, return back and just be. And whatever in case there is that is trying to take you away from yourself, even if that is a fear, go to that place where it is coming from and stay in that place and look behind. It is endless to try, to search, to do. to sense. The consciousness can do all by itself. The consciousness is aware of itself. You don't need to be. If you say, I am aware of myself, it is already someone. Surprise! Someone was at the door, so I had to end the recording and to give you some proper ending. I record the message another day in the evening. There is not much to say. Not much else. I'm deeply grateful for what I've been able to have during the time with Eckhart and everyone there. I'm still in touch with people, some of them, and I host time to time Zoom meetings in English as well. What I would share to the end is something that I told a friend today, and that is, when you are led by the consciousness, you either go or you don't, no matter of the circumstances that you're in. And when I was young or little and lived with my parents, because I was led by the consciousness since I remember, since 13 years old, consciously. I remember that it was not possible not to go and act on it. Even I would be beaten by my dad because I would either come late or was not allowed to even go out. And none of that mattered. Because when you are who you are, and it is lived, there is no one to be found. There is no one thinking. There is just no one there. And there is an impulse, and you go, no matter of the circumstances. Have I done it again? Oh, yes. Every time. And when we follow ourselves, who we truly are, the consciousness is manifesting itself. And you just go with the flow as you are, without thinking. So there is no need to be scared or afraid that you lose yourself. That's already a thought. If you give up and stop right now using any tools that you've been using before, and you will stop trying to do something, because you already are that, then be it. Just go for it and be it. In cases where what may be important to know as well is the alertness is very important. So you're alert. So that would be something to know, good to know. And in cases strong depression, or I don't know what else, something, if you are in a very, let's say, a really bad state, then using some tools, it might be more helpful than just be raw as you are, because you still might not be able to just be free of all. So the tools are needed then. But even when I was very little and the times were hard, between my parents, and you either can identify and attach yourself to something, or you can just be who you are. And it took me in. It felt like I have no other possibility. And so I always went inside to the inner space where you just are. And you sleep in it, you work in it, you do whatever you do during the day. You are in it all the time, coming back to it. And that's what I would recommend to everyone when you know you're out somewhere in your mind, just come back to yourself and just be. So you can see for yourself the space. What is it? What is it like? But there are other videos talking about the tools that you can use when trying to do something, trying to not to be so heavy in your mind, trying to be more relaxed and not attached. So that's what you find in some other recordings. This one is for those who have been long time trying, searching, doing. They already know so much that they can let go. But it is also for those who have no such experience, but aren't in very depressed or heavy state that they don't harm themselves. The consciousness of who you are is aware of itself. When you are